This is the Maserati Grecale Modena. It's an awesome, newly released luxury SUV by Maserati. We're gonna compare this to a Maserati Grecale GT over there. The main difference is in the engine. This is 296 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 5.3. This is 325 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 5.0. Now there's also some different aesthetic and option differences. We can go over that, we'll talk about that. But I really wanted to have the driving impressions and kind of tell you where I'm at on this vehicle and which one I feel like makes the most sense, or in which scenarios each of them might make different sense. I'm John D. Villarreal. I am the executive manager of digital media and marketing for the Cavalli Auto Group. This is Maserati Alfa Romeo St. Petersburg. This video is sponsored by the Cavalli Auto Group. Please check all the disclaimers in the video description below. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's show these vehicles around. Let's take them for a drive. Let's do it right now. Okay, here we go. This is the GT. We're gonna try the GT. Maserati Grecale. I just love it. I'm getting more and more used to it. And we're gonna try different things here. You got a nice backup camera here, HD. It's awesome. This is all push button here in the center stack.
It's a touch screen, right, John?
It is touchscreen, 100%, absolutely right. It's really good control. I like it a lot. What I like is it's nice on the low end. Tremendous space. Having driven this now a number of times, and we've got a bunch of different videos out there, I just love the space. I mean, I'll be quiet for a second. It's so quiet. It's super quiet. You see right here, check that out. The ambient lighting on the Sonos Faber, if you can pick that up just a little bit, that's really cool. And you get almost 30 miles to the gallon. It's just got great driving characteristics. And the handles are really nice.
Very comfortable.
They're very comfortable, right? And you have different drive modes. It's much more, this is a sport. It handles a lot better and it's much faster than you think without being like, it's not crazy. It's 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds, right? And this one, I think that we're driving, I want to say, I think it's like 67 and change, right? I love the steering wheel, it's nice. Just the spaciousness and the handling characteristics. Got a little bit of roll to it. Now, in fairness, it's got to work a little bit for that high speed. It's a 4-cylinder. It's not, you know, a 6-cylinder. But it's a turbo. It's a mild hybrid. But it's still really fast. But again, you have to ask yourself, like, how fast do you need to go? You can have the sport mode. You have the paddle shifters. Brakes are amazing. I didn't even slam on them, but just locked right in. The brake and the handling. How do you feel, Salma?
Very comfortable. Honestly, I'm comparing it to the
SQ5 that we have. Right, exactly. I want you to drive.
From a passenger point of view, I really feel comfortable, especially the seats are
way
really
more
well
comfortable.
done.
That's a great comparison. Like, how would you compare it to? How would you compare it to the SQ5?
I didn't drive this one, but
you want to drive it?
No, but from the way that you're driving it, it seems fun.
And, you know, it's really weird because, like, on paper, this is actually faster than our SQ5. I think there's a perception.
Yeah, but the engine, this is a V4, right? The GT?
It's an L4. It's a 4-cylinder. It's 4-cylinder.
Okay, 4-cylinder, and ours is more than 4-cylinder.
Ours is a V6 twin turbo.
Exactly, 6-cylinder.
Ours has more power than this, but 0 to 60, I think it's very similar. You know, handling wise.
Yeah, but the Audi does not. At least our car, the SQ5, doesn't have problem on acceleration.
Honestly, like, that's quick, dude. I think a lot of it is
it easy to maneuver?
Wow, look at that. Yeah, really easy to maneuver. I mean, you're rolling, dude. That's rolling. I think a lot of it.
And in terms of performance, like when you go from drive to sport, do you feel like it gives it this power immediately, or?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, honestly, like to me, I think a lot of it is hitting the power band here, right? I think a lot of it's hitting the power band here. If you hit the power band, you're totally fine.
But there's something I have to say, John.
Yeah.
For a Maserati to be at this, like, you know, price point, $67,000,
right,
with 4-cylinder,
right,
it's still like a good
you
car,
have great,
you know?
it's amazing, right? I mean, you saw that was serious performance right there.
Yeah.
You have to work the power band a little bit here, but it's not that hard to work it.
Yeah, and different people have different needs.
Different people have different
not
needs.
all of us want to, like, you know, race cars.
I mean, I think this is like a home run for Maserati. I really, really do. I think like part of this is GT versus Modena. We're gonna find out about that. I think overall, I love this vehicle. I love the Grecale. I think it's amazing. It looks amazing. The space is great. When you add up all of it, technology, space, functionality, look, exclusivity, performance, fuel economy, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You can't say it's not amazing. It's amazing. In terms of which do you want, GT versus Modena? Yeah, the Modena's going to have more performance. We're going to jump in that next. But you know, is it worth it to you to pay another $10,000-$20,000 for a Modena, right? I mean, if you look at it one way, it's like it's potentially another 20-ish%.
This is actually a great point.
I know.
It means, like, you know, different people have different needs and different budgets.
Right.
So it can fit, you know, certain needs and certain budgets, which is great.
Right.
Like, you know, this way they cover.
What's great is you have that performance option, right? And this isn't even the Trofeo. I can't wait to try the Trofeo in this. I mean, that's going to be unbelievable with the Nettuno engine, right? I want to say it's over 500 horsepower. I want to say 523. I might be getting that a little bit wrong. This is 296 horsepower, over 300 foot-pounds of torque. We'll get the information. I'll put in the video description. I'll probably speak to that later in the video. That's going to be 325 horsepower, 0 to 65.3 on this, 5.0 in that. Let's try that real quick, and let's do a compare and contrast. I don't want to speak too much until I try that one back to back. Steering wheel's power, that's pretty cool. All right, let's do it. This is Maserati Grecale Modena. This is the same situation. It's just, the difference is this is 325 horsepower versus 296. That's blue, this is blue. The GT, this is the Modena. Now, interior wise, this is interesting, a lighter interior, nice. The wheels, I would have to say the wheels are definitely cooler. I like that. Here you get the sunroof, you know, and you can open that up, right? So if we want to open this, that's kind of nice to have the sunroof open up.
The GT didn't have it.
That specific GT didn't have it, but you can see how that's huge. That's really big. Yeah, let's see that. Is that opening? And then wow, okay, so that's pretty cool. I got to give you that. Very smooth operation right there. So I can tell, it's interesting, like on paper, you wouldn't think it's like a huge difference, but I can tell like straight off the bat, and this also has a suspension change, that this definitely feels faster. I can just tell that right off the bat. And that's sort of interesting. I'll do the same thing. I'll just do a normal test drive here. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Different from the GT. Oh my God.
Difference. I mean, that's, I actually.
And better than the SQ5.
And it also has an off-road. Oh yeah, better than SQ. Also has an off-road setting too, which is sort of interesting. I wonder what that's all about. That's oh whoa, whoa, way floaty. Oh whoa, that's really interesting. Okay, we're going to sport. Definitely different. Now, wow, that throws me off. Wow, brakes way tighter. So, I wouldn't call it like super, like it doesn't feel, definitely feels faster than GT. That's unquestionable now for, you know, with my drive, right?
Yes.
Right. I wouldn't, even at full out without working the manual, like just on automatic, it doesn't like blow you away. But this is much easier to find the power band on. Much easier to find the power band on this one. That's not.
This is futuristic power.
It's futuristic.
Like literally.
Yeah. With the GT, it was totally fine. I could be totally happy with the GT. It's totally fine. It's totally fast. It's every bit of Maserati. It's very cool. But if you really want that edge performance, then you're gonna have to work the power band a little bit. This has much different. It has more setups in terms of the adjustable suspension. The brakes feel even stronger, even better. Maybe that's just my perception. The handling definitely feels much more precise, but the main thing is the power band is much fuller and stronger. Like, I don't need to work the power band nearly as hard here. I you know what I mean? And I get great performance. It's better than, like you said, it's faster than the Audi SQ5. Jeez. I mean, I was thinking about one of these and I was thinking, okay, I'll just get a GT. Now, should we get a Modena? I wouldn't be feeling bad. I'd feel great. I would have no problem getting, looks-wise, right, aesthetics, no problem getting a GT. None at all, right? In terms of performance, if I really want that performance, it's a big difference. It really is. It doesn't seem.
I'll go with the Modena, absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way on paper, but driving it now back to back, it's a big difference. This has more performance.
Yes.
That's the best way to put it. I mean, the GT is absolutely fast, great performance, tremendous, on paper, better than the Audi SQ5, but you have to work the power band. You have to, it almost reminds me of an older BMW M3 or an Acura with a VTEC engine. You've got to, or for that matter, Formula One, like you got to work that power band. But whereas this, you don't have to work the power band nearly as hard.
Oh my God.
Right. The other thing I really like about this is that the other thing I really like about this is the handling is much better even than the GT. It's much more precise. Like, this is absolutely sports focused. It's not even questioned. I'm gonna hit this turn basically the same way.
Honestly, for $20,000 more, I'd rather get this.
Yeah, if you want performance, this is your car. I mean, it pulls. It absolutely pulls. There's just no question. So, I mean, this has tremendous performance. This thing is very, very fun. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I can only imagine what the Trofeo's gonna be. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be crazy. All right, here we go. Tight. You still have to work the power band here. Let's be straight about that. You still have to work the power band here, but not as much. This is a much more forgiving power band. And it definitely roars a lot more. I'm gonna go one more lap because I want to figure some stuff out here.
This Modena is 4-cylinder.
4-cylinder L4, same engine, just tuned differently. But it shows you what that tune can do.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna do two different things. I want to try a couple things here with the normal sort of drive program. On sport, it just moves.
My God, it looks like it feels like 6-cylinder, not 4-cylinder.
It absolutely feels like a 6-cylinder. Absolutely feels like a 6-cylinder. And then I'll try it with just manual shifting because I think it's just for fuel economy and different things. I think it's going to shift to that higher RPM range pretty quick. But it launches. I mean, it just launches. I mean, did you feel that?
It's awesome.
It just launched. I mean, it's awesome, right? And
John, it really deceived me. I really thought that this is like a 6-cylinder engine. It's like unbelievable.
Right. You still have to work a little bit on the power range, but I mean, it launched. I mean, this level of performance for something that can get, you know, I think this one gets about 28 miles to the gallon. I think we'll double check that. Not making any claims, of course, on the highway, but just really, really cool, right? And it also has adjustable suspension. You can see that.
So fuel economy
29 on the highway, 25 combined.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really crazy. All right, we'll try this one more time. I mean, you know, do you need more performance than that? I don't think so. We're ostensibly a family car. See, when you get that, when you're in the power range, this thing rolls. Okay, bottom line for me is big difference in performance, right? Much more so than I had thought, even having driven both of them. But I hadn't driven them both back to back. Having driven them both back to back and now having driven them for a little bit, knowing what to expect, it's a big difference, okay, between the Modena and the GT. If you're just looking to get a Maserati, if you just want the luxury and the look, the GT is totally fine. Probably the better buy, in my opinion. Like, you're fine. And that has lots of performance too. If you want this level of performance and you have a little more flexible budget, you're probably going to be happier with the Modena. You definitely see where they each have their own lane and their own segment. It's a very, very impressive vehicle. You know, if I've got flexibility in the budget, I definitely would want a Modena. Would you agree with that? So
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool.
I mean, it's almost like $20,000 difference between
which is substantial. That's substantial. But I think it definitely shows up on performance. That's actually a good question for you. Like, for our family, like, how would you feel about it? What would you want?
I would love to have Modena.
Well, I probably would want the Modena, but I'd be fine with the GT. Okay, I will say this, having driven both of these vehicles back to back was very illuminating. This was very eye-opening, in my opinion. Like, I can tell you that both these vehicles are awesome. My opinion is very, very simple. If I don't care as much about performance and I'm just trying to get a Maserati and I want to have a Grecale because the Grecale is awesome, it has the space, the technology, the look, the Maserati brand, all, you know, the handling, all those different things, then I'm totally fine with the Maserati Grecale GT. I think it's great. Yes, you have to work a little bit more on the power band to find that when you want that edge of the performance in it. It's still very fun. It's still very fast. 0 to 60 at 5.3. It's great. Now, if I have a little more room in my budget and/or I really value performance, on paper, these two look closer than they are. This clearly is much stronger. I like the different setups in suspension. I like the different setups in elevation. I like that this felt tighter, handled better. And I like that this definitely, in my opinion, was clearly faster. It's a really, really great vehicle. So it just depends. I think they both make sense for different reasons, but they are awesome. If I absolutely had to choose one, I mean, I really can't say that. I would say on a value play, I'm going with Maserati Grecale GT. If I have more flexibility or I want performance, or if they were the same price, of course that's never the case, then I'm going with the Maserati Grecale Modena. I definitely appreciate this. Of the two, this definitely is one that's my favorite. But from a value perspective, I could be completely happy with the GT. And again, if I'm looking for performance, Modena. If I'm looking for family value, I'm going with the GT. They both are great. They both are super similar. They're awesome.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie and be in my feelings, I'ma be fine. Need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine. Need time and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine. Need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine. Need time and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. Tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb.
I want to hear what you think. You let me know what you think. Give me the comments below. Please rate this video up. Also, please subscribe if you're not subscribed and turn on the notification buttons. My name is John D. Villarreal for everyone here at Alfa Romeo Maserati St. Pete and my daughter Janaire, my beautiful daughter Janaire, who's fantastic. I'm John D. Villarreal. Thanks so much. She's great. I'm John D. Villarreal. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.